The Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I call to order the Wickliffe City Council meeting of June 10th, 2024. Sandy, please call the roll.
Bell.
Here.
Gerhardstein.
Here.
Jaworski.
Here.
Kosky. Here. Gavon.
Here.
Saloto. Here. Thielman.
Here.
Approval of council minutes. Councilman
Make a
Gertz.
motion, we approve the council minutes from May 28th, 2024.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Thielman, that the council meeting minutes of May 28th be approved as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bell.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kosky. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
Councilman Gerhardstein.
I make a motion that we allow Councilman Jaworski to abstain from voting from the public hearing from June 5th, 2024.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Bella, to allow Councilman Jaworski to abstain on voting on the meeting minutes of the special public hearing of June 5th, 2024. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bell.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kosky. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from the public hearing on June 5th, 2024.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Saloto, that the public hearing meeting minutes of June 5th, 2024 be approved as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bella.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Abstain.
Kosky. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
Reports and communications from the Mayor, Safety Director.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, everyone. The latest news on the local government fund on tonight's agenda is a resolution to adopt alternative formula proposed by the Ad Hoc Committee of Mayors and Managers Association and submitted to the Lake County Budget Commission for the local government fund. This resolution was sent by the Lake County Auditor, Chris Galloway, who is the Secretary for the Budget Commission. It is critical that this resolution be considered ASAP. The only change since our last meeting is that the annual distribution for the Lake Metro Parks was officially added. Last Friday, Council President Levon and I had our quarterly meeting with the Wickliffe School Board. They will begin the process of selecting a developer for the property that was just rezoned by the city. The pools in the spray park are open and we are working on the pool heaters. One of the issues is that we do not know how things are going to work out until there is water in the pool. It is not as simple as turning on a valve. There are many components to keep our pools in top shape. And I had a conversation with the schools and our engineer for maybe the next budget cycle that we need to start looking at repairs to the tennis courts here at Colby. Finally, so we had a building that was empty for a minute. Before that, it was a warehouse that had like 1 or 2 employees, and then it went for sale. It was a, I know that the marijuana facility was looking at it, but whatever with the license fell through for them, so it remained empty and it transferred. It is sold, and we will add about 10 employees to the city of Wickliffe, and Joe Jaravicius, former Browns player, his commercial laundry, the Clean Company, will be here in Wickliffe now at 30335 Palisades Parkway down there by United States. So that's all I have.
Any questions or comments from the Mayor, Safety Director? Thank you, Mayor. Reports and communications from the Director of Law.
Thank you, Council President. I did just want to mention one thing tonight, and it's about the local government fund resolution. As law directors, we weren't heavily involved in negotiating what the calculation would be or any of those things. Our main involvement was working on this resolution together and discussing what the consequences of passing or not passing it are. So I just wanted to remind everybody that a majority of the cities have to vote on that resolution. All the cities have to vote on it. Majority have to accept it for that to pass. If it doesn't pass, it goes to the statutory calculation. The statutory calculation, though nobody could give me an exact number of how it would work, they've assured people that their research at the prosecutor's office assured me that it would be much worse with the statutory calculation, particularly for Wickliffe. It's a needs-based calculation, which has to do with population and a few other things. which would be much worse for Wickliffe than what the mayors and managers have come up with and recommended. So I just wanted to throw that out there, remind you of that as we vote on the resolution tonight, which will be on emergency.
Any questions or comments for the law director? Thank you, Jeremy. Communications from council president. I have none. Amendments or additions to the agenda? I'd like to put new business C, section 1313.21 of our codified ordinances. Any other amendments or additions to the agenda? If not, I'll move on to administrators. Sitting in for Police Chief Bush.
Lieutenant Max McCaffrey.
Thank you, sir.
Activity's been about normal for us. This Saturday, we had a good event, the bike rodeo, organized by Officer Anthony Dodona. It was a good showing, we had good weather, a lot of kids there. We had 4 officers detailed there along with our canine. We did a demonstration, a non-bike demonstration. We had an inflatable obstacle course, a bike course, face painting, we had giveaways, bicycle helmets, bikes and toys. The mayor volunteered his time to DJ for us there. It was a good event, a lot of people showed up, and we had a lot of good donations from the Wickliffe Eagles, Infield Chiropractic, and USA Skates.
Thank you. Any questions or comments that possibly Mr. McCafferty can answer? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sitting for Fire Chief Powers. Nyson.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. Captain James Isom with the fire. Nothing to add beyond my purpose of bill.
Thank you. Any questions or comments that possibly Captain Nyson can answer? Thank you, sir. Finance Director Hunter.
Thank you, Council President. May is now closed and our general fund carryover balance is about $7.8 million.
Any questions or comments for the Finance Director? Thank you, Ms. Hunter. Engineer Formica.
Thank you, Council President. I have nothing to add to my previous report.
Any questions or comments for the City Engineer? Councilman Jaworski.
Pete, based on the signage on Buena Vista, construction begins on the 17th?
17th, yes.
Any further questions? Councilman Gerhardstein?
Pete, I had a talk with Ron today about the owner of Orlando Funeral Home having some difficulties with the contractor for the paving contract. I just want to make sure that those kind of complaints, I don't know how many are up and down 296 other than the owner of Orlando's, but he lost his phones and internet at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
That's what I heard, yes.
So,
It'll be taken care of immediately,
okay,
as soon as it's possible.
thank you.
Any further questions or comments for the City Engineer? Thank you, Pete. Service Director Strouser.
Thank you, Council President. Just a couple things to add to my report. Just want to let you guys know that they did start on they're starting on the Drennick Sewer project today. They're just doing the preparation work for it, cleaning the sewers and camera and TV in so they can get everything laid out. The main work will start next week. The residents will be informed through a letter through them. Just want to let you know on that. And as the mayor said, the pool heaters are down, and we've got some good news. At 4 o'clock this afternoon, they got a call that the one pump came in, the part for the, hopefully by tomorrow evening, with any luck, both heaters will be up and running at Ginger and at Colby.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Any questions or comments for the Service Director? Thank you, Ron. Building Commissioner Sack.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I have nothing to add to my monthly report.
Any questions or comments for the Building Commissioner? Thank you, Ray. Recreation Director, stop.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. Recreation Department's very busy right now. We had our 19th annual golf outing this past Saturday. We had 54 golfers participate in that. It was a good event. I'd like to thank those who supported us. Thank you for that. Concert series begin this week, Wednesday down at the Community Senior Center. Red Light Roxy will be there. They're a jazz swing band. And we'll have a couple food vendors down there from 6 to 8 Wednesday. And then the first Friday night concert is this Friday, Pieces of 8, back here behind the gazebo. It goes from 7 to 10. That's it.
Any questions or comments for the Recreation Director? Thank you, Tim. I'll now open the floor for audience participation. If anyone would like to address with the City Council, please stand and state your name for the clerk's record. Since these meetings are being recorded, she has a microphone that has to be used. Would anyone like to address Wickliffe City Council? Would anyone like to address Wickliffe City Council? Not a mark audience participation closed. Committee reports. The Finance Committee met on June 3rd, 2024. Called to order at 6:59 p.m. Purpose, the 2025 tax budget and sewer rates. Present Bala, Gerhardstein, Koski, Levon, Saloto. Excused, Jaworski, Thielman. Also present, Engineer Formica, Finance Director Hunter, and Service Director Strouser. Finance Director Hunter presented the 2025 tax budget. She notified the committee that state law requires that all Ohio cities adopt a tax budget for the new year by no later than July 15th of the current year and submit the budget to the County Budget Commission by no later than July 20th. The purpose of this tax budget is to demonstrate the city's need for property taxes. It is prepared in compliance with the format prescribed by the Lake County Auditor and the state of Ohio. This budget reflects a steady state of city operations and does not anticipate any increases in rates of taxation. The proposed general fund tax budget for the year 2025 has an estimated revenue of $16,363,750 and an estimated expenditures of $17,732,803. The current projected deficit for 2025 is $1,369,053. The committee had no questions or objections, and it recommends the council that they authorize the law director to prepare legislation for the fiscal year 2025 budget. Council President Levon stated that there will be a hearing for the public at 6:45 on June 24th in council chambers. This item is reported out of committee. Service Director Strouser notified the committee that the Euclid Sewer Plant has passed along a 15% increase in 2024 to all the cities it services. Wickliffe Sewer Fund is already underfunded and should be self-sustaining. We currently pay for 2 service department employees out of that budget as well as materials to fix the sewers. We budgeted for this increase but did not pass any legislation. He stated that a 20% increase would right the ship, but he recommends at least a 15% increase to cover costs. Councilman Gerhardstein asked if all of the revenue we receive for the sewer fund comes from the residents' businesses, or does the city have to subsidize it? Strouser stated that over the past few years, we have had to subsidize that line item. Gerhardstein recommended a 10% increase on the residents. Levon countered with a 10% increase in 2024 and a 10% increase in 2025. Councilman Bala inquired if allowing residents to remove downspouts would decrease the sewer rates. Strouser said it would, and the building department has been more lenient on unattached garages. Formica added that we have a program where people can untie as long as they can prove the water coming from their downspouts doesn't affect their neighbors. Councilwoman Saloto stated that this is unfortunate that we keep having to pass along these increases to our residents and businesses. The committee had no objections to Levon's proposal and recommends the council that they authorize the law director to create legislation to increase the sewer rates 10% in 2024 and 10% in 2025. This item is reported out of committee. Meeting adjourned at 7:20. Respectfully submitted. Make a motion to authorize the law director to prepare legislation for the fiscal year 2025 tax budget.
Second.
Moved by Council President Levon, seconded by Councilman Gerhardstein, that we authorize the law director to prepare legislation for the fiscal year 2025 tax budget. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Koski. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
Motion passes. I'll make a motion to authorize law director to create legislation to increase the sewer rates 10% in 2024 and 10% in 2025.
Second.
Moved by Council President Levon, second by Councilman Gerhardstein, to authorize the law director to create legislation to increase the sewer rates by 10% in 2024 and 10% in 2025. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Koski. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Thielman.
Yes.
Commission reports. Seeing no old business, moving to new business. A, bid presentation acceptance for 2024 road improvement program contracts A and B. Engineer Formica.
Thank you, Council President. On May 31st, we opened bids for two paving contracts in the city. Contract A being the asphalt resurfacing of streets, and Contract B being these concrete slab replacements. Contract A, we received bids ranging from $937,712.50 to a high bid of $1,104,515. engineer's estimate for that project for contract A was $965,000. That low bidder for contract A is Geauga Highway of Hiram, Ohio. I've worked with that company in the past and have good success with them. Would recommend that award. Contract B for the concrete repairs, pretty much the same scenario with the bids. Low bid was $329,450. High bid, $398,474 compared to my engineer's estimate of $356,000. That low bidder is TC Construction of Willoughby Hills, Ohio, and highly recommend that.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve or to accept the bid of Geauga Highway Company of 14126 Main Market Road, Hiram, Ohio, 44234, for contract A of the 2024 pavement repair program as the lowest and best bid and rejecting all others.
Second.
Moved by Council President Levon, second by Councilman Jaworski to accept the bid of Geauga Highway Company, 14126 Main Market Road, Hiram, Ohio, 44234, for contract A of the 2024 pavement repair program as the lowest and best bid. With a bid of $937,750.50 as the best, lowest bid, and rejecting all others. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bell.
Yes.
Gerhart.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto.
Yes.
Steelman.
Yes.
Councilman Jaworski?
I'll make a motion to accept the bid of TC Construction Company, Inc., 2936 Lynn Drive, Willoughby Hills, Ohio, 44092, in the amount of $329,450 as the best and most responsive bid, and that all other bids be rejected for contract B.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Jaworski, second by Councilman Bella to accept the bid of TC Construction Company of 2936 Lynn Drive, Willoughby Hills, Ohio, 44092, at a price of $329,450 for contract B of the 2024 pavement repair program as the lowest and best bid, and rejecting all others. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bell.
Yes.
Gerhart.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto.
Yes.
Steelman.
Yes.
Okay, new business B, 2025 tax budget hearing. To call for a tax budget hearing at 6:45 on June 24th here in council chambers. That's it for new business B. New business C, section 1313.21 of our codified ordinances. It looks like we added something to the ordinance that's currently on first reading, which is 2024-40. Currently ordinance E on our agenda. That did not go through the committee, so we'd like to put that into the committee, the whole section 1313.21, and specifically the part about crematoriums. So we'll have a discussion on that. I'll call for a meeting on that later in this meeting. Moving on to ordinances.
Ordinance number 2024-34, this is the third reading. An ordinance amending Chapter 935 sewer regulations and rates of the codified ordinances of the city of Wickliffe, Ohio.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hartstein, seconded by Councilwoman Sloto to adopt ordinance 2024-34 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bell.
Yes.
Gerhart.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto.
Yes.
Steelman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2024-36. This is the second reading. An ordinance levying assessments for unpaid delinquent sewer amounts upon parcels of land of the city of Wickliffe, Ohio. Ordinance number 2024-37. This is also the second reading. An ordinance amending the City of Wickliffe zone map referred to in section 1341.80 of the Wickliffe Codified Ordinances, rezoning one parcel owned by SDI Construction LLC in Wickliffe, Ohio. Ordinance number 2024-39. This is the first reading. An ordinance amending the City of Wickliffe zone map referred to in section 1341.80 of the Wickliffe Codified Ordinances, rezoning 179 parcels in Wickliffe, Ohio. Ordinance number 2024-40. This is also the first reading. An ordinance amending section 1313 entitled General Business District of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Wickliffe, Ohio.
Resolutions?
Resolution number 2024-07, a resolution authorizing the adoption of an alternative method of apportioning the local government fund and declaring an emergency.
Suspension.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hartstein, seconded by Councilman Jaworski to suspend the rules of council and place Resolution 2024-07 on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bailiff.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Saloto.
Yes.
Seelman.
Yes.
Adoption.
Moved by Councilman Hartstein, seconded by Councilman Bailout to adopt Resolution 2024-07 as presented. Discussion? Councilman Hartstein.
So as the law director stated earlier, Ms. Hunter and I went to the Lee County public hearing on this, and this is the best that the city of Wickliffe could hope for on this. If we, even though we do not know the exact number that we'll get through 25 for the next 10 years, if we don't adopt this and we go to the state formula, we're going to lose a lot more in the general local budget than we will be if we adopt this, just so everybody knows. Right, Ms. Hunter, you and I were there?
Absolutely.
Any further discussion on the adoption? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bailiff.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Seelman.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Other legislation? Miscellaneous? I might call for a committee of the whole meeting for 7 p.m. on June 17th to discuss sections 1313.21 of our codified ordinance. Any other miscellaneous? Okay, then I entertain a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hartstein, seconded by Councilwoman Sloto to adjourn the meeting. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Bailiff.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski. Yes. Levon.
Yes.
Saloto. Yes. Seelman.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned. Yeah, we do that this time.